Inuvik, the Northwest Territories. A tough location for a prospect where the constantly blowing wind often brings the winter chill factor down to minus 90 degrees. When GSI goes there, we go prepared. We take our own city on sleighs. Consisting of strings of camp units towed by Caterpillar tractors, the GSI Mobile Survey Camp is truly a miniature city on sleighs. Recently, Party 1483 was mobilized for operation in Inuvik, and another city sprung into life. The vehicles and camp units were first transported in by Hercules aircraft from Calgary for assembly in the Inuvik yard. Party 1483 was heading for a prospect near the Mackenzie Delta out on the ice of the Beaufort Sea. So it had to be prepared. For its work vehicles, we chose 5 TT-100 units, each mounted on sturdy Terra tires that measure 5 feet high. All have specially enlarged cabs, allowing transport of up to 6 men. These transport the Gardner-Denver top drive drill and the recording unit. They serve as cable trucks carrying the cable and rack-mounted geophones, and as tug units for the camp unit sleigh strings. This party featured 2 GSI sleigh strings, plus a third string towed by the CAT subcontractor. Each of the GSI sleigh strings consisted of 8 camp units mounted on rugged sleighs, 4 sleighs per string, 2 trailer units per sleigh. These were loaded onto the sleighs by forklift in the Inuvik yard. The sleeper units for the crew, the valuable white-shuttered snow melter unit, which converts snow collected by the cats into the only available water for showering or drinking, and the 2 generator units, each trailer holding a 100K generator. These ensure that the electricity to the units never has to be turned off during a camp move, so temperatures inside the units never grow cold. And power to the communication system is constantly maintained. Communications are generally by single sideband and radio telephone, with air-to-ground radio and Motrack radios for intercrew communications during the move to the prospect and during operation. Out on the line, working the ice, the trains also carried 2 powder magazines, each with a capacity of 20,000 pounds, and on the CAT string, 2 huge fuel tanks that held most of the 9,000 gallons of stored diesel fuel carried by this crew. These storage tanks were augmented by 300-gallon auxiliary fuel tanks mounted on each vehicle between the rear wheel wells, which ensured that an adequate fuel supply would be maintained in case of Arctic whiteout. You may notice that behind the CAT's fuel tanks is a self-contained survival unit used by the CAT subcontract personnel when they went on fuel hauls. With this totally self-contained mobile camp, GSI can not only get the crews out on the ice, we can keep them there by our long years of experience and our city on sleighs.